Here we are, getting ready for this showdown between these two fighters. Should be a good one. I'm Todd Grisham, and here with me, my broadcast colleague, it's Johnny Nelson. Here comes the Bronx Bull, Jake Lamotta. Constant stalking, brawling, and inside fighting. You're going to have to go through hell to beat him. Sugar Ray Leonard. He, of course, won world titles in 5 different weight classes, including the Undisputed welterweight title. His hometown is Wilmington, North Carolina.
You can hardly hear yourself speak. The fans are going mad for this.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from the Bronx, New York, with 106 fights in his remarkable career, presenting one of boxing's all-time greats, the middleweight champion of the world, introducing the Raging Bull, Jake LaMotta. Fighting out of the blue corner, presenting one of the all-time greats, the Hall of Fame legend of boxing, a 5-division champion of the world, Sugar Ray Leonard.
The fans are ready, and it looks like the fighters are now ready.
The wait is over. The speaking stopped. The fight begins. Now, let's get the answers.
What a great venue, and what a great matchup. Cannot wait for this one. And we're off and running between these two really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. Good punch. Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? So much hype surrounding this big matchup as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
You can walk into an arena and be the hero. The pressure, the expectation, the desire from the fans. You can't get away from it. Ignore them. Lock it off. I know it's hard. I can hardly hear you, Todd. You've got to ignore them. Get on with your job.
You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Good right hook. This fighter brings a barrage of punches. They won't let you breathe. It's like fighting a hornet's nest.
You are fighting the Swarmer. Be smart, be sharp, concentrate, but you've got to be confident. Do not dance his dance, because that Swarmer, once you do that, you're giving the man a chance that shouldn't have it.
A real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. It's like a match made in heaven.
Misses with the straight left. Straight right just misses. These two fighters are made for one another. This fighter embodies the cardinal rule of boxing. Hit and don't get hit.
Do not give an outside fighter time to think. You've got to make the fighter panic. You've got to rush the fighter into doing things they don't normally do.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. A very competitive with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Lamotta in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Wow, it was like two different...
Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt, you've got to get out.
Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. Ooh, the raging bull just got clipped. Trying to buy time. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Nice counter. Missing with the hook. One punch could change everything in this battle. Punch, counter punch. How about that time counter shot? Should we be surprised if these two fighters go the distance tonight, considering how much they've emphasized their physical fitness? Got out of the way of that right hook. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Blocks the left uppercut. Swing and a miss with the hook. Counter punching. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics sometimes to so to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Beautiful counter punch. They blocked the left there. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Lamotta in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently? There's the bell to start round 3. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Catch and shoot. That jab doesn't score. They threw the hook. It didn't land. Looks like trouble was averted.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you've hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Beautiful counter shot. exchange punches. The perfect counter lands. And he scores with the counter. You'd like to see more jabs. We wanted action, and they are delivering. This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations, and they throw them non-stop.
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Nice counter. Whoa! The Raging Bull in real trouble. How is this fight still continuing?
Bing Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Lamotta in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, bell, ring away.
Take the round, though. Ring the round.
Here we go to the fourth round. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on the end. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn.
Oh my goodness, Johnny! The Raging Bull is dazed! And it appears they weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
That counter shot lands. So much for boxing. This is a fight. Nice counter punch right up the middle. There's a counter shot. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Caution being thrown to the wind. Well done with that counter shot. That counter punch caught him clean. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
He misses with that straight left. Missing with that right hook. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Just missing with the uppercut. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Lamotta in that last round. That bell could not have come. On to the fifth we go. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look like these guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
He threw a punch and just got countered. One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. Both men step back for just a moment. Nice counter shot. For those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Counter punches have to hurt. We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
Middleweight always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, well, we'll just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
Straight right just misses. Incredible work rate. A perfect counter shot. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Lamotta in that last round. Well, we're entering. Let's start the sixth. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Jake Lamotta just got buckled. Disaster averted, it seems. We continue on.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Miss with that jab. Wow! The Raging Bull in real trouble! We were going to see the finish there.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Skill for skill. Tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. A swing and a miss with the left hook. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. Good counter punch. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Nice counter punch. They exchange punches. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. About Lamotta in that last round. What would you tell them? And there's the bell for round 7. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Punch, counter punch. Catch and shoot. Punch, counter punch. Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
They got out of the way of that right hook. And he scores with the counter. Punch, counter punch. Sugar Ray Leonard dazed. I thought that was going to be a knockdown at least.
Step back, compose yourself, compose the pace, then move, then step it up a little bit. Because if you're getting caught like that beginning, you'll get caught a lot more at the end.
Gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. A perfect counter lands. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. Beautiful counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Missing with the hook. The straight right just misses. Couldn't land that jab. And counter punching. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Lamotta in that last round. And they're back at it again here in round 8. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how
Their vision is being impaired, no doubt about it, but is the referee going to stop it here? And the referee's going to allow him to fight. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. The uppercut does not score. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
That counter punch caught him clean. Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself down trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? There's a counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That hook doesn't score. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. It's go back to the drawing board time, a unanimous decision victory.
Unanimous? You know what? Smart that is. A total change of styles to make sure they got it. At every round in the bag, there was no argument, no discussion, no mistake. It was so obvious.